Another question from Marianne. Could you tell more about the oral drills you use to improve speaking or practice grammar? How much time you spent on them and a few examples? Okay, I spend, it depends on the duration of my class. So it can be anything from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. It depends on how long the class is. The idea is very simple. You prepare a list of questions, but this list of questions must be transformed if my students want to ask these questions. For example, ask me about, ask me if I have visited Britain. So my students can't ask directly. Yeah, they have to use, they know what they have to use, but they have to transform the structure. Have you ever been to Britain, or have you ever visited blah blah blah? So they have to transform the structure. I demonstrate the list of questions, I share my screen with them, and then if I have an individual class, I start in order to demonstrate. And I say, okay, look at the first question. Now I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever been to Britain? They say, yes, I have. I say, perfect. Now you ask me. And they have to do the same. And then I say, okay, now you start. Take the next question and ask me. And the next question is, for example, tell me if you have ever eaten anything unusual. And my student has to say, have you ever eaten anything unusual? And I will say, yes, I have. Then I can probably switch to the past simple to explain what it was. And then I will ask my student, and you, have you ever eaten anything unusual? So basically, we drill the same questions and we drill the same phenomenon. And this can be a very, very long list, like 20, 30 questions. If I have a group of students, I will do the same, but I will make them ask each other, and we will repeat every question many, many times. And for example, for low levels, I can have very, very basic things like ask your friend what he does in the morning. And they will have to practice this question. What do you do in the morning? What do you do in the morning? So I will start, and then I will ask one student to ask this question and another student to ask this question, and so on. So this is a very simple technique, but it is extremely important and extremely useful. When I learned how to do it, it really changed many, many things in the way I teach. And it makes your classes very dynamic. And it makes your classes very communicative, because for a student, it gives a feeling that they speak all the time. And it's very funny because very often they come and they say, I don't want to teach grammar, I just want to talk. I say, okay, no problem, we will talk. And I don't even tell them that we are learning some grammar. I say, okay, we will talk. We will use these specific questions for our talk. For these questions, you need this and that. And now let's use them. And it gives them an idea that they speak all the time and that all their classes are just speaking practice. And well, this is really something that makes your classes very dynamic, but it's a very, very simple technique. So I will demonstrate it to you next week. You will know exactly how it looks.